All right. Okay, great. So, like I said, they tend to observe you for a little longer before taking action. So you require some patience with them because they need to be convinced that the problem is a serious problem and that it could get worse if nothing is done. They make the second and larger division of the awareness pyramid. On the long run, they generate more income for you than the hotter prospects who are less in number. Let's go back. You see the pyramid, look at the green part of the pyramid. Those are one prospect. They take a little bit more time, but their numbers is bigger. However, you have patience. Let's go to cold. Now, for cold prospects, they are not aware of their problems. Hence, they are not seeking a solution at the time being. They require the most time to convert, and because they need to understand the problem first and then consider a solution. I take that again. They need to understand the problem first and then consider seeking a solution. If you treat this class like the first class that some of us actually belong to, they will treat you like an annoying pest and they will snub you. Think of when you go to somebody with something that they don't need at the moment and you're expecting them to take action right away. That's how a lot of people get rejection over rejection over rejection, and they wonder what they are doing. Because you expect everybody to because you think that everybody needs what you are offering at the time that you are offering it, and because you think that they should take action right away. It doesn't happen like that in the modern world. Maybe in the 1920s, it could have happened like that. Now, it doesn't. Now, they require the most patience to work with because they will observe you for a very long time. For example, that person, I can't remember your name now, you said you took about a year. You belong to the cold market in this perspective. They require the longest time to work. So, if, for example, somebody thought, oh, man, 1 year, this person, because somebody, maybe in 2 weeks, you told them about marks, you tried to educate them, and they were not yielding, and you think that the person would do. Then 1 year down the line, you hear that somebody else assigned the person up, and now you're angry. You're like, but I told you first about this. Well, you didn't keep in touch with them. You didn't keep in touch for long enough. And so I've seen people come back to the business after 2 years. At that time, they didn't need it. But if you had kept in touch with them over that period of time, they would have eventually, maybe, most likely, either bought into your offer or they would have referred somebody to you. Now, I need to say this. You should not direct all your marketing efforts at cold prospects. Remember the the perspective we're dealing with we're not talking about people we don't have a relationship with here right now. We're talking in terms of the level of their need. You should not direct all your marketing efforts at them, but they must be a part of the audience that you are working with because they are the largest sector of the market. They require, in other words, at the end of the day, they most likely will generate the biggest amount of income for you, but they will take the biggest amount of time to also get to eventually. And when they eventually buy into your offer, because they observed you for the longest period of time, they are most likely to stay with you for a longer time. Am I communicating? If you are making sense of what I'm saying, if this is opening your eyes, please just make some comment, give some feedback, so I'll know that okay, that I'm actually good. All right, thank you very much. Let's go on. All right, now what are the problems and limitations of phone call follow-up strategies? This is how we are actually really getting deep into this right now. What is the issue with using phone call only? If you've been using phone call only, what are the problems you should be watching out for? Now, let's start quickly. Now, I need to say this again for those who join us later, that this presentation is not intended in any way to discredit phone call follow-ups or phone calls. In fact, phone calls are extremely critical to our business. But to present a supplemental strategy necessary to improve the effectiveness of phone call follow-ups. No matter how high-tech we become, we must retain our high touch. No matter how high-tech we become, we must retain our high touch. So this is an addition. Let's go on. All right, number one problem is this. Phone call follow-ups alone, when used alone, does not offer any way to continually share visual and engaging information. You are just talking to them over the phone. There is nothing that they can see continuously for them to eventually make a decision. So it may say initially you dropped those your initial video tools. You sent them the Max in Nigeria video and this and all that. That's what they saw. And you are now following them with them over the phone. Do I need to tell you that after a while, they will even forget that they saw the video? How many of us can relate with this? If you can relate with what I'm saying, just type in the comment section, like you're understanding what I'm saying. You send them the videos, they watched it, they probably showed some interest in it, but then after a while, they are telling you Sorry, what did that video even say again, Tiff? Because when you use phone calls alone as your only means of follow-up, it is not visual. They need to keep seeing something. Now, visual and engaging follow-up content is key for belief in your offer to keep growing cumulatively. I didn't take that again. Visual and engaging follow-up content is needed. It is key for belief, because the more they will see, the more they keep seeing, the more they are going to believe what you're talking about. The more they keep seeing, the more they are going to believe what. And this is extremely critical for slow to convert or hyper-skeptical prospects. Seeing is believing, man. And the more they see, the more they will believe you. So that's problem number one. Problem number two is it becomes ineffective when it is used as your only follow-up tools for prospects who will take much longer to convert. I already said that before. Back-to-back follow-up calls. Please, listen to this. Back-to-back follow-up calls that goes beyond 4 times will make your slow-to-convert prospects see you as a pest, and they want to avoid you. If you keep calling them back-to-back, now when I mean back, it could even be, let's say, 4 or 5 times in 2 weeks. The person, even though you don't want to, even though on your own side, you think that you are doing your job, on the prospect side, they are seeing you like an intrusion into their lives. Even when they tell you, okay, even when they look like they were giving you green lights, what you will notice that they start doing after a while is that they will start avoiding your phone calls. They will start avoiding your calls. They won't pick. You send them a message on WhatsApp, if you go that extra mile, they will not respond. So you don't want to have a situation where all you are doing is phone call, phone call, phone call. You are calling them, you are calling them, you are calling them, and then because they are slow to come back, because they're going to take some time, you now have friction. On your own side, you don't want to call it anymore because you don't want to look like an annoyance. On their own side, they don't want to pick your calls. Now, let's go on. So that's the second problem. The third problem is that it becomes ineffective for prospects who subsequently make access to phone calls difficult. Those who if you can relate with this, you know what I'm talking about. You call them the first time, you send them those videos, and then after that, you can't reach them via phone again. They don't pick your calls. If you can relate, if this has happened to you before, let me know. They won't pick your calls. And then you keep calling out, they won't pick. Sometimes they may pick, they won't allow you to talk for long, tell you coming back later, blah, 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 after a while. That's the end. Now, this kind of prospects is very tricky because you they will give you funny reasons. Sometimes if they even allow you, they'll give you very funny reasons. Eventually they stop picking your calls and you will not be able to reach them. Now, here is the thing. Without any consistent and engaging visual reminders to keep your offer on your prospect's mind, they will forget you quickly and they'll move on like nothing happened. I need to say this, that modern human attention span is just 9 seconds. Without any consistent and engaging visual, note the words that I highlighted. It has to be consistent, it has to be engaging, and it has to be visual. To keep your offer on your prospect mind, for you to remain top of the mind, they will forget you and they will just move on. And before you know, you hear from them again and they don't remember that you even had a discussion with them. Now, what is the obvious solution? If we were to start looking for a solution, it should be to find a way to keep dishing out fresh and engaging content that brands you most of the time and then reminds them of your opportunity. Your events, the promos, the meetings that are going on. Let me repeat this part. Engaging content that brands you, that puts you as a spotlight, not your company every time. You as a spotlight. I'll talk about how to do this a little bit better later. And then you can also then, eventually talk about your opportunity, the products, the company, and all that stuff and everything. So your content strategy has to be consistent. Visual follow-ups is what all modern businesses are using. For example, email marketing. Those of us who have downloaded, maybe you downloaded some free books before, and then you just, after a while, because you put in your email after a while, every other thing they need to tell you, they start telling you via email. You see pictures in there, you see very nice, well-written emails and all that stuff. That's what modern businesses do, guys. The question is, why is network marketing different? Or why do network marketers think that theirs should be different? The entire world has moved into using automated technology to do follow-ups on their prospects, but network marketers are still kind of doing it the old way, pitching, expecting everybody to join at once. Let me rephrase that. Most, not all, most network marketers are expecting people to come on board immediately, and then when they don't come on board, they don't have a very good way to follow up like modern businesses are doing, and then it becomes a problem. So the issue is this: most of us cannot do email marketing. In fact, it's not when we get started. That's not the first thing. That's not the first thing we want to go after. That's not the first thing we want to go after. So, what is the trick, if I could put it that way? Because most of us are not experienced with email. And then if I present you as email follow-up or email marketing as the first thing you need to do as a network marketer, the chances that you would leave the business in the next 2 weeks is high. So what do we do? Let's go on. Let's go on. Okay. Now, how many of us have done WhatsApp broadcast before? If you've done WhatsApp broadcast, we do WhatsApp broadcast regularly. Type in the comment section, I do WhatsApp broadcast. If you do WhatsApp broadcast regularly, type in the comment section, I do WhatsApp broadcast. So, you'll be able to know what I am talking about. If you do WhatsApp broadcast regularly, type in the comment section, I do WhatsApp broadcast. While I'm waiting for that, I would go on. All right, good. In fact, most of us do. Good. WhatsApp broadcast should have been the easiest way out. But gentlemen and ladies, there's one terrible limitation with WhatsApp broadcast. It should have been the easiest way out. You just add the numbers, 256, you create another WhatsApp broadcast, and then you go on live. But they have one terrible limitation, and this is it. Prospects who don't have your contacts on their WhatsApp devices will never get your broadcast. That means you're going to be working in vain. If you know this, that people who don't get your phone, who don't have your phone contacts on their phone, will not see your message, kindly respond. Now, the thing is this. Your prospect, especially if they are not prospects that you already had a relationship with, like your warm market back then, if maybe they are prospects that you connected with, later you collected their numbers, and of course you didn't tell them to save your number, and you start thinking that, oh, if I add this person to my broadcast list and I'm doing follow-up via that they will see, they ain't going to see anything. Now, it gets worse. When your prospect changes their phone, most people that I have met in this business do not back up their contacts. When they change their phone, or when they lose their contact, maybe they lose their phone or their phone gets stolen, bam, guess what? You've just lost the prospect. So you will keep sending the broadcast on your end, thinking that they are seeing it, but on the other end of the person, they are not seeing anything. Let me give you my own case study, my own story as an example. I built a broadcast list of all my classmates, and I had messaged them. That was when I started Max, early back then. I had sent messages like 8 times, thinking that all my classmates were seeing my message. Later, I just randomly started meeting each one of them, one after the other. Started asking, did you see my message on WhatsApp? After 8 times, though, that's like 2 weeks, and I didn't know much back then, so I was messaging regularly. That some of us do that. We send broadcasts like every 2 days, thinking that, oh, that will help them. They will say that you're passionate. They will see you as an annoyance. Then I asked them, and guess how many people actually were seeing my broadcast? They were just 20. So the next thing I started to do, I had to start convincing them one after the other to save my number on their phone. It was grueling. Now, if these are my own classmates, now think of when you are dealing with prospects that you probably met at an event or something, you collected their number and blah, blah, blah. Most of them will not remember to save their numbers. Now, it now became worse when I started using Facebook, because unlike most of us, I don't have a warm market per se. My classmates were the only people I knew. The moment they said they were not doing, I had to start somewhere else. And social media was the only place I could try to do things from. So when I started adding new prospects from Facebook, it became even tougher. Those ones will not even save at all. Then I wasted so much credit. If this may have happened to you before, so you'll probably be able to relate with what I'm talking about. I wasted a lot of credit calling. Imagine you calling a prospect 3 times and they are asking you who is on the line, or who are you, or who am I talking to. I'm not sure there are, very many situations in network marketing that can also compete with this kind of. You've called them 4 different times for follow up, and they are still asking you who is on the line, who am I talking to, and everything. Guess what? So now, when I noticed that broadcasts were not doing it, the next thing I started doing, I started manually sending messages to each prospect inbox. Ladies and gentlemen, I had close to 200 people that I was sending one message after the other to. When I started noticing that a bulk of them were not getting the messages. So think of how gruesome. So if you're already noticing this, I can relate, I can feel your pain, I understand what you're going through. And it won't stop. They are going to be like that. So it is up to you to know how to meander and maneuver the system in your favor. Now, back then it was even nice because WhatsApp was still allowing 20 people at once. Now, WhatsApp only allows you to be able to do forwarding if you want to forward the messages to just 5 people at a time. Just 5 people at a time. 5 freaking people. So you can imagine the stress. Let's go on. So one day I started thinking, if I continue like this, my fingers will nearly break off one day. So I started thinking, because I'm, familiar with the social media space, then it occurred to me that, wait, companies are using Facebook Messenger. Then I didn't even know about ManyChats. There's something called ManyChats. That's not part of our talk. Don't think about it. I'm just mentioning. Companies were using Facebook Messenger through ManyChats and other third-party Facebook Messenger software to keep in touch with their prospects. So all they did was they created a ManyChat account. They send a message, and everybody that likes their page or that follows their page will get their messages. That's how a lot of companies, in addition to email, ManyChat, messenger marketing is becoming one of the biggest trends right now. It's gradually replacing email because most people don't really read up their emails like that. The social media that is taking over everything. So I thought, if companies are using Facebook pages and Facebook Messenger to keep in touch with thousands of prospects, why are there not softwares for WhatsApp? Why are there not mass messaging softwares for WhatsApp also? Why do I have to keep doing these things the manual way? Why do I have to keep always having to be, to be sending the messages one by one and everything? So I just thought, okay, that was when I had a brainwave. And this is why, being broadening your experiences, reading up, checking up what's going on, being aware of what's going on will help you one day. You never know when that tiny pinch of knowledge that you have would eventually become useful to you. So I went online, started doing a couple of research. Somebody's unmuted again. Judith, please try to keep your microphone off. Okay. I did some research online, and eventually I found some of these guys in India, developers in India, who they were doing big things already. And then I got, in contact with them. We struck a partnership deal, started talking about a couple of stuff, and eventually came up this software. They launched this software that helps people to be able to directly keep in touch with their prospects on WhatsApp, just like the big companies that we are not yet are doing through Facebook Messenger and all that stuff. So now I've been using this out. I've been testing it for like 5 months now. I didn't mention it to people. I only mentioned it to a few Max associates, and I didn't want to because I needed to be very sure that this is something that would genuinely help people be able to do what they are already doing better. So now I don't have to worry about, people are not getting my messages and all that stuff and everything. It goes directly into their inbox. The best part is this: whether or not they have your phone number on their phone or not, they will get your broadcasts. They will get your messages. Now, I know some people may be on this call and they think they're already doing very well. You prefer the manual ways of getting things done. You don't think all the technology stuff is a good idea and all that stuff. I understand, but you need to realize this. Your company, our company, Max International, does not pay commissions for avoidable waste of time. You need to realize this. Max does not pay commissions. That's like the second punchline you may be taking away from this. Max does not pay commissions for time that is being wasted. So let's go on. So what did I find? All right. What did I find? After all the talk and everything, guys, this is it. This is what I found. Business Sender is the name of the software that these Indian developers did. And all they needed to, they just needed to piece a couple of things together, and you integrate this with your WhatsApp account. I will tell you how to do all these things later. You integrate this with your WhatsApp account, and Business Sender, all you need to do is you put, just like you did with your broadcast, you type one message, perhaps add some pictures, whatever it is you want to do. You place everything where they should be placed, and then you click the send button, and it will deliver your messages to every single person. I do follow-ups on about 700 prospects with this sometimes twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, depending on what I am trying to do. So this is the solution to your problem. For you to know how deep this is, you may need to go and check your broadcast. If you know how to check people who actually read your broadcast message, there's a section in your broadcast list where you can actually check that. If you know how to do that, go and check. Check how many people got your message. Check how many people read your message. And then try and think of anyone that you know is on that broadcast list, but that WhatsApp did not show their names on either the read or received list. So you know what I'm talking about. So Business Sender is what I found. This is what I have been using, and now I am now making it open officially for Mass Associates first. We're making it open officially for Mass Associates before we take it to other network marketing companies, because we know that this is a serious pain. What you don't know can be killing you. I tell you, what you don't know can be killing you, and that's the kind of situation that we have here. All right, so I don't need to talk about this. I already said it already. Let's just go on. Okay, yeah, I've also tested it for 4 months already. We didn't talk about it. Now, in order for you to be able to use Business Sender, you need this following things. That was why when I mentioned that earlier, you cannot do this without a laptop. So in case you don't have a laptop currently, no crimes. There's not an issue. But eventually you will need a laptop in order to be able to use Business Sender. Then also, of course, you need good internet connections. You may want to invest. You may want to invest in a MiFi later. You may want to invest in a MiFi, but if your phone connection is good, you should be able to fly by with your phone. Of course, you need your prospect phone numbers. I already mentioned this like a week ago, because I know it's not just about coming for this meeting. You need tools to work with. So you need all your prospect phone numbers typed out in Notepad documents. And I mentioned how to create Notepad documents already, so you know what that is. And then, of course, you will need your already typed out engaging marketing message that you want to send, the text and maybe the images and the videos that you want to work with. Of course, the last thing is that you should not be afraid of computers. Computers are not demons. They are not here to get you. They are not terminators. So if you've been technophobic, this is the point in your business where you drop your technophobia. Because if you don't move ahead with technology, you're going to get left behind. And that's where things are going towards right now. People know this. Network marketing and network marketers should not be an exception to the rule. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to play a short demo session of how to use Business Sender. There's still a lot of other things that we need to talk about, but I need to do this at this point so you see how exactly Business Sender works. I'm going to disconnect my microphone. I'm going to plug in, because my laptop does not support multiple audio, so I'm going to remove my microphone. If you can hear the demo while it is being played, just give feedback so I can see on my screen that you can actually hear, you can actually understand what I'm saying. It's a pre-recorded video already, so I'm going to remove my microphone right away, and you just give me feedback in the text box. All right, we good? Okay. Okay, so we're live. All right, so this is a quick tutorial to show you how to send messages using Okay, so let me just a minute. Just a minute. I'll get an audio splitter later for stuff like this in Business Center. So this is actually now this is what let me try that again. And looks like. Let's see. Okay. Quick tutorial to show you how to send messages using Business Sender. Okay. All right. Can you hear me now? So what I'm going to do, I actually thought this was going to work out. I'm going to have to get an audio splitter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this demo session to YouTube later. I wonder why it didn't work. It worked this morning when I was doing all my testings and everything, so I kind of wonder why it's not working right now. Okay, so let's just go on. We'll jump this session, but I'll put the demo on my YouTube page so that you can access it from there. So let's go on with the. Okay. Now, here is the thing. I believe I've made enough sense up to this point, and I need to say this, that this is where problem usually starts, when new power enters our hands. Because if I don't tell you some of the things, like somebody gave you an AK-47 and he didn't teach you how to use it, you can go and kill somebody. Let me see what now. Give some team leads and then we share with our team members. Oh, yeah. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I will find a way to. Don't worry. After the meeting, we'll sort it out on all groups on how to access the demo so you can see it for yourself. Let's go on. Okay. So number one, I put the picture of Spider-Man here because there was this picture, part of the movie that said, with great power comes great responsibilities. Now you have new superpowers on your hand. You have the ability to reach your prospects where they are, at whatever level they are, but you need to use it conscientiously. Number one, please do not use this software to send unsolicited messages. Spamming. Network marketers do it a lot. You meet somebody for the very first time, you've not had any conversation. This is a Facebook example now. You've not had any conversations. You probably just greeted them. The next thing, you slam them with your opportunity right away. Or maybe you told the person, you collected the person's phone number offline. Maybe you met at an event or something at the mall. And then when you connect with them on WhatsApp, you send them a broadcast as the first thing they are saying. No conversation, no finding out of needs before you make your offer. You just slam them. That's called spamming. And it's very common in the network marketing industry. It's one of the additional reasons why a lot of people have kind of, network marketing, nah, it's not for me. I don't like the way these guys, do online. Nobody wants to be associated with somebody who is passing around flyers at somebody's funeral. Some network marketers have done it before. They are sharing flyers at people's funeral. Funny things happen. So please don't spam. Only send messages to prospects that you currently already have a relationship with. And conversation, not just relationship. You are already discussing mass. This is a follow-up tool. It is not a, how would I call it? It's not a prospecting tool. It's for you to follow up. You don't want to risk people reporting your account and getting it blocked. If WhatsApp finds out that a lot of people are reporting and blocking your account, they would actually disable your WhatsApp account. It may not have happened to you before. We know of it on Facebook, but it happened on WhatsApp also. Also, please do not send too many messages per week. Do not send too many messages per week. I only send maximum of 3 times. Maximum. Most times it is 2 times per week. I'll show you my schedule, but if you're going to go more than 2, don't go more than 3. Also, like I said earlier, do not completely eliminate phone call follow-ups from your recipe. This actually should be a mix. You're doing your phone calls. Now, the part where this will become most useful is when your prospects are going to take an insane amount of time, long time, to convert. So now you're using this software and your messages and whatever it is you're using in order to keep putting visual information in front of them. I would mention my YouTube channel later, don't worry. We'll get to that. Visual information, just remind me towards the end of the meeting. I'll put it up. In front of them, so that eventually when you make your, see, this is the beauty of this. When they see your visual content on WhatsApp, they see the video. Maybe we had a cruise like this one that ladies who just went for a cruise recently. Maybe you posted a picture of it. You probably sent a message in. And then they saw the picture, or they're like in their mind, okay, no problem. It's like these guys are living life. Maybe you were even part of the cruise, or maybe Max had an event, or you planned something, or you just earned some commissions and you put it up, and they saw it in your WhatsApp. They're like, yeah, okay. Then when you call them on the phone, because you have shown them something, they now have a foundation for your phone call follow-up to make more sense. Am I communicating? If this is making sense to you, please kindly give me feedback. I need to make sure that everybody's on the same wavelength as what I am saying. Phone call follow-up will make more sense when you have an engaging visual content strategy. And that's what this is all about. Then also, let's go on. No, don't want to. How much does Business Sender go for? Now that you have it, how much are we? I have international guys on my back. These guys, are in India. We're doing business together in Nigeria, so everything has to be well balanced. How much does Business Sender go for? For you to use Business Sender for an entire year, it's just 5,000 naira. For 365 days, for sending all the multiple messages you're going to send per week, it's just 5,000 naira to use the software for an entire year. Now, there's also the group buy option. This is actually a discounted price right now. By the time it gets into other network marketing companies, the price will jump up. So that's why I've tried to keep it kind of closed circuit for now, to make sure that my own people are the ones that get access first before we launch it out to the bigger market. If you want to, group buy options may make more sense for you in order for you to cut costs. If you can get yourself up to like 10 people at the same time, you can do the group buy option. So let's say, for example, 10 users, you can buy a 10 user licenses, and that goes for 35,000 naira instead of 50,000 naira. So instead for you to be paying 50K for 10 licenses, now we have slashed 15K up it, and you're paying just 35,000 naira. I think this will make more sense. Then also, if you want to do up to 30 user licenses at once, it goes for 75,000 naira instead of 150,000 naira. I had to really discuss with these guys and tell them, look guys, this is Nigeria, this is not UK or the US. So, but this offer is only open between now and the ending of next week. I can't guarantee that it is going to remain at this price by the end of next week. Free trial, there is no free trial for this. That's why I am giving a few people. There used to be free trials, but they canceled it after a while. This has been launched in other countries already. Now also, for what you are paying, you're going to be getting updates. So once the software is updated, you're going to get updates. You're going to get the updated version. If a new feature is introduced, you're going to get that and all that stuff. So that's that. In the early phase of the development of this, there was free trial, but now free trials are no longer available. And that's why I told you I took a long time to test it. I've been using it myself, and it has made my life super easy. There, I just put up the message. I put a picture I need to do. I put my phone numbers. I click send, and I go and sit down. I can go out and go and do other things. It will keep delivering the messages. In 2 hours, 3 hours, I've sent 700 messages. I'm done. Life is good. I go on with other things that I am doing. Okay, so that's that. So I guess somebody's already seeing the value of this. Now, the challenge here is this. You can either decide to, the license is essentially a string of codes that you will enter into the software. You will see the demo session. You see what I'm talking about later. Don't worry. All the things will be sorted out. We'll take it one step at a time. So you can either use the old way, like we've always done. You can keep using the WhatsApp broadcast. If they're working well for you, perfect, no problems. But you are standing at a risk of when your prospects lose their phones, or when they, God forbid, phones get stolen, or they change their phones. Like most people don't back up their contacts to Google Drive and all those things. You've lost them. And then 1 year down the line, you will see them walk into the Max office here in Lagos or Port Harcourt or Abuja, and they greet you and you're like, you've joined Max? They'll say yes. They're like, but that was what I told you first now. Did you I was sending you messages on WhatsApp and you did not? The person will say, I wasn't seeing your messages. It has happened to me before. That's what I want to help you avoid with this. So the choice is ours on that. Let's move on. Also, this is a matter of speed. Some people are cool with the way things are already. That's okay. If you don't feel you need additional speed, if you don't feel that sitting 1 hour with your phone, forwarding messages to several people before you can rest is a bad idea. You can keep up with what you're doing. But if you feel that this can step up things, if you think that this can make things better for you, fine, no problem. That's that. I move away from this. Now, I know that some people are already thinking, man, I'm going to buy this thing already. I know you want to give me your money. But before you do that, let's talk about something else that is serious. It is just easy for me to just sell the software to you and leave you to do your own thing. But I think that is not fair. I think I should give you some of the best practices that you should have. How many of us want this? This is going to be bonus training, actually. Should we stop at this point? Are you okay? Or do you want to see the bonuses? If you want to see the bonus ideas or ideologies, just type it, I want to see the bonus trainings, or I want to see the bonus ideas. Whichever way you want. I need to know that, okay, bonus. All right. So let's not just say, oh, take this software, or yeah, go and be broadcasting. Let me tell you how proper follow-ups are meant to be done. How you should actually be properly. Some of us already know this. Some of us, those of us who use Facebook or social media, you already know this. But now bringing it to WhatsApp, let's go on. Okay, thank you for the feedback. All right. Talk first about the things you should be posting. When you start using the software, what are sharing stuff with your audience? Number one, I need to mention this. You need to bring some extra value, and I think this is the deepest part of this training, so you need to pay 100% attention. Everything we talked about before was just child's play. This is the serious part of what, because having the software without knowing this is going to make you frustrated. You need to bring some extra value to the table with your post. Value is the code word here, guys. Value is the code word. What do I mean? You understand? Now, you don't want to be a one-direction marketer where all your posts is all about your company and your products. Max every day or every time you are posting. You need to show that you are a person who is capable of delivering value, or additional value without necessarily getting paid upfront. I'll take that again so you understand what I'm saying. Don't be a one-direction marketer where all you ever post about is your company and your products. If that is the only thing that your prospect gets every time they receive your messages, I'll tell you what will happen to you later. I'll tell you what they will see you as. You need to show that you are a person who is capable of delivering extra value without necessarily getting paid upfront. Okay, let's go on. What do I mean? Now, here is the thing. Prospects were already getting into a little bit of things where people don't buy things and all that. These are the things I realized recently, and I've started modifying my approach. People need to be sure of one thing. When your prospect looks at you, see the picture that I put there, I'm sure you know who the person is. It's Martin Luther King. There's a reason I put his picture. People need to know first that you are capable of helping them. Number one thing, first thing that your prospect is watching out for in you is they need to be sure that you are capable of helping them. They need to be sure that you are capable of helping them. They need to be sure that you're somebody that they can look up to. Number two, they need to be sure that you're not just after their money, but that you genuinely wish that they become better persons. They need to be sure you're not just after their money, because the way they will know is if you talk about Sergevity or Max once and they don't buy in, then every other thing you are talking about, marks, certificate, they were like, this is the only thing this person cares about. He doesn't even care about me. Somebody has told me this before, and it hurts me a lot. If your prospect don't see the second characteristic in you, they most likely will not buy into your offer when they are eventually ready. Now, so value is the code word here, like I mentioned. Somebody, sorry, Amaka, whoever Amaka is, please try to keep your phone muted. Thank you. Okay, so let's go on. Now, the only two abilities I mentioned earlier to your prospect is to wait for you to deliver. Judith, is to look for other ways to deliver value beyond what you are selling. The only way to demonstrate that you are a person who is capable of helping your prospect. Now you'll be wondering, what do you mean by helping? Is it not, am I not helping them already by selling? Okay, sorry, please, 1 second. Somebody's phone keeps going off. Please, whoever, if you know who Judith is, please tell her to mute her phone. Okay. All right. So, like I was saying, beyond what you are selling, you can say I put it in red. There's a reason I did that. Because if the only thing you ever talk about to your prospect, whether you're talking to them directly or whether you're talking to them via this message, the message you're sending, they get bored. Now, one of the best ways to do this is to share valuable content regularly for free. One of the best ways to add additional value to your prospect is to share valuable content for free. Your post should contain extra things that are related to what you are doing, whether remotely or whether closely, but they have to add value to your prospects. Now, what do I mean? Let's go on. Now, your content, your free post, the post that you're doing, should feature three things. Now, you don't necessarily have to be doing all this at once. What I'm saying is that every time you are posting, your post should feature any of these three things. Ideally, it should be a mix. It should be a mix of everything that we have here. Just 1 second. Another person's phone is unmuted again. Sorry, it's just 1 second. All right. Okay, so number one, your posts should educate. Number two, they should entertain. Number three, they should inspire. Your posts, when you are putting up your posts, all of them, whatever it is you're doing in a week, it should be a mixture of education, of entertainment, and of inspiration. Now let's go on, you see what I mean. These are the three basic features. Now I know somebody is looking like, guy, what are you talking about? I just want to sell my product. How do I be providing extra value, or all these things that you're talking about? Can I just call them and just talk every time? What is the meaning of all this? Let me tell you why you have to go the extra mile and provide extra value for your prospects. Number one, because if you don't provide, your people will get tired of hearing the same thing from you. This happens a lot. You just wonder, but I've been talking about longevity, I've been talking about marks, but nobody is even looking at me because they only keep hearing one thing from you. And the moment your prospects perceive you this way, they start seeing you as one kind of person that you don't want them to see you as somebody who is mentally lacking in diversity. That's why I put this picture here. Person is bored. Everything you're saying is not really making sense any longer because they only keep hearing one thing from you. They're like, don't you have other aspect of your life? Like, where is the versatility? Where is the, how would I put it? Where is the other areas of your life that is interesting? Because at the end of the day, the first thing people buy before they buy your products and services is you. Please, let me say this again. The first thing people buy before they buy your product and services is you. They buy you first. That's the third punchline. You might want to write it down. Now, people will only buy from you when they perceive over time that the value you provide considerably outweighs the price you charge. Let me take this again. People will only buy from you. Now, when I mean buy from you, I don't necessarily mean products. I'm talking buy into what you are offering, whether to become marketers or to become customers. They will only buy if they feel that the value you are providing far outweighs the price that you are charging. Hmm. Hmm. And the only way to do that, like I said, is to provide this extra free value posts that go along this line, so that from time to time when you post, they are gaining something. Maybe you wrote something very inspirational, the person like, oh, this lifted my day, this made me feel better. Or you saw something online, maybe somebody wrote somewhere, you shared it with your audience, the person like, oh wow, I need to do this. Over time, people begin to perceive you as a person of value, and the love for you will increase in their mind. Now, that's why all basic modern online marketing campaigns, those of you who have downloaded a free ebook from Facebook, you understand what I'm talking about here. The first thing they do, when somebody, a marketer, wants to target you the first time, they don't bring big offers to you. They don't tell you, come and pay 50-something thousand to buy a product. The first thing what they usually do most of the time is they give you something for free. See, that free stuff they are giving you is a bait. If you can relate with this has happened to you before, you've seen it several times, please give a feedback. It's a bait. They will give you something of high value for free. Either it's a book or it's an audio book or something. That's the first thing they do when you are seeing an ad from a particular person the very first time. What they want to do is they want to suck you into their marketing campaign, because they know that when they give you that stuff for free, when you take and use that thing and it works for you, then they will now use email. They will now use email to follow up. They will now be raising the offer gradually. What they gave you first was for free. The next thing they may ask you to buy maybe like $9. Then maybe the last one, they will now start showing you their bigger offer. Why do you think they do that? They do that because they know that if the first thing they tell you to come and buy is 100K worth of products, you will see them as scam. But guys, do you actually know that this is what network marketers do? You give them the big, high involvement offer, and you want them to jump on it at once, and you wonder why they are not buying. The reason is because do you know that some companies actually make losses on these first things they give for free? And so what they will now do is that the second offer they will give you, the idea is that they want to recover from the loss. They are not trying to make profit yet. I'm educating you about what online marketing is. They are not trying to make profit yet. All they just want to do is to break even, to be able to recover from that if they made a loss from the first offer that they gave. Then later they will not be bringing their higher end offer, maybe the $99, the $97, the $49, and all that stuff. It comes later. Then later they will not bring their high ticket offerings, the $1,000, the coaching, the events. But that's not the first thing they push at you. Why are they doing this? Because they need to convince you beyond every iota of doubt that they can add value to your life. But in network marketing, fine, you don't have an ebook that you want to use. You have not written any book. Maybe you are even just joining Max for the first time. You don't have an ebook. You don't have an audio training program. There's nothing per se like a book or something that you can give away for free. The only thing you have are your posts. The only way you can add extra, please, if you are understanding what I'm saying, if it is making sense to you, I need feedback. The only thing you have as a network marketer with average knowledge of marketing is your posts. That is the only way you can add value to your prospect beyond what you are selling. So all those small posts that helps them, that maybe gives them a tip, a post that inspires them, maybe you drop something on a Monday morning, and because of that, the person's Monday was lifted. The person went through the day, and maybe even come back later. So some people have seen my posts on WhatsApp status, and they came to thank me inbox, like, guy, this thing I saw on your WhatsApp status, it made my day. Do you think I will not talk about Sergevity tomorrow? Do you think I will ask that person for a referral and the person will say no? They won't say no, because you have added value up front. So that's why you want to shift your approach from just pitching, which is old time way of marketing anyways. That's what we used to do in the 60s, 70s. Why? Because there were not so many options in the market. Skepticism was not high. You can pitch easily and get a sale. Maybe you are the only one who is selling the kind of thing you are selling in your market. So skepticism is not high. You tell them it's this price, you buy. But now there are multiple options on the market. Now, don't get me wrong, Max is unique. But your prospect doesn't know that. Marks is unique, but your prospect probably doesn't know that yet. It is over time that while you are educating them, that they will see the uniqueness in Marks, that if they don't get started right away, and then when they eventually start, they will say, okay, this is actually different from what I've seen before. Now, if all you do is you keep pitching and pitching and pitching and pitching and pitching, Marks, over time, if all you do is try to sell, and sell, without finding extra ways to go the extra mile to add free value to your prospect, this is what is going to happen. You will keep pitching and you will keep selling less. You will keep shouting, posting on Facebook, talking about Sergevity and how it is good, but you will be selling less. That's what's going to happen. And this is where people start getting frustrated. I've been 3 months in this business. I have posted, I've thought about it. Some people even go online and put their compensation plan. I've seen marketers say do that before. They take a screenshot of their compensation plan and put it online. Some people, their cover photo, we'll come to that other days. It's not now. Let's stick with this one now. Their cover photo is a picture of Sergevity. When somebody comes to your Facebook and they see a picture of Sergevity, what do you think they are thinking? You think they are thinking that you are a passionate marketer that's out to help the world? No, they are seeing you as a salesman. They are seeing you as somebody who wants to sell products. And the moment people see that, they'll get turned off immediately. Some people are wanting. So the problem here is that many of us, we accidentally transfer our understanding, like the way we see our products and our business, because we see the I don't know what I'll call it now. We see the value, we see the potential. We make the mistake of thinking that everybody will see it immediately like that. Guys, it does not happen that way. And that's why saying only the same one thing to your prospect every time, like I said, will get them bored. So you need to shift your attention from pitching to actually adding value. And that's how that's why we're bringing in all this, the kind of posts you should do. And so I'm going to show you a couple of examples. Okay, I need to also say this. You have to realize this, guys. You have to realize this. You have to realize this. People want to be engaged with. It is old style marketing where people just meet you on the road and they are telling you come and buy, and you buy. It doesn't work in today's world any longer. People want to be treated like humans. Over time, companies have, I don't know how I'm going to describe this right now. Over time, a lot of companies have become so full of themselves that they forget to focus on the needs of their prospects, on their clients and everything. And so they keep talking more about themselves, forgetting that the people on the other end of the message they are sending are human beings. People want to be engaged with. Your prospects want you to treat them as a human being and not a commission wallet. You may want to write this down. Of course, I'll make the slides available in PDF format because this is copyrighted. I don't want somebody editing my work. Your prospect wants to be treated as a human being and not a commission wallet. If the only thing you keep talking about is your product and your whatever, that's what you see you as. I will make one statement later that will help you put all this together. Now, the more you provide rich value, what happens in your prospect's mind? When you provide extra free rich value that actually helps them become better persons beyond what you are selling. This is what people start saying. When they say that they keep getting valuable information, stuff that are making their lives better, they start loving you more. They start loving you more. Their trust in you starts to increase. They start seeing you as a person of value that they want to do business with. See, the way this thing is happening is like you are pouring cold water on the ground. You're pouring water on the ground, pouring water on the ground, pouring water on the ground. So that when you eventually want to step on the floor, you are stepping on wet ground. You are giving free value. Companies are doing this now. All online marketers are doing. They keep giving you free ebooks, small ebooks. They give you maybe one audio, something for free. They give you maybe one blog post that will help you, maybe some tips. They drop it. They keep nurturing you. Because when they are eventually ready to say buy, You will jump at it. Why? You've read their ebooks. You've consumed their content. That's what content does to the mind of your prospect. It makes them value you and respect you. So that when you eventually ask for the sale, this is the way it works. When you eventually ask for the sale, they will say, because this person gave me something for free that added value to my life, I am sure that if I buy this thing that this person is talking about, it is going to add more value. If his free content or free offer, free whatever, is this good, then I can imagine how his paid offer is going to be. That's what goes on in the mind of your prospect. And when this happens, the moment your prospects see you as a person of value, I guarantee you, they will be more than happy to give you their money. They will be more than happy to give you their money. This one, you will not be pushing people. People will be the one that will now be. These are things I am changing in my own business and all that stuff. And I'm also sharing with people. Instead of you just pitching alone, talking about the only thing that you ever know about and all that stuff, the moment you achieve the status of value in the mind of your prospects, they will give you their money easily, and that's the state you want to get to. So that's why I use this picture. You can see all the pile loads of cash. You can see people giving thumbs up. That's what you want your prospects to be doing to you. People are giving you their money and they are happy. And I've said this earlier, so I don't need to repeat this. Our hyper suspicious world or hyper skeptical world has moved away from pitching alone as a form of marketing, just talking about products. That's what people do on Facebook. They come on Facebook, they put a picture of a product, and they make so much noise about it, and then people don't engage because everybody's like, okay, they've come again. This is just like one of the others. They're not seeing any value. All they are seeing is a product, and they are seeing that you just want to make money, collect their money, and all that stuff. This is what people are doing when you pitch. And you pitch. This is what your prospect is doing. Look at the picture. That's what your prospect is doing. That's even if they do that at all anyways. So you want to make a shift. Now I need to say this to add to what I'm saying. This is a statement that kind of summarizes everything. This is Gary Vaynerchuk. You may know Gary V. He's one of the most successful online marketers in the social media space of all time. He says this. I paraphrase it a little bit, but this is exactly his idea. You have to give before you ask in return. If you've read his book, Jab, Jab, Right Hook, you will know, you understand where this, you can get that later. It will help your business also, especially in the social media space. But this is the kind of compressed version of all those things we're talking about. You have to give. You may want to write this down. I know that some of us are listening right now and there's a conflict in your mind. You're like, so I'm going to shift from this one that I've been doing before to this one that this guy is talking about. I'll address that later. But keep the statement by Gary V in your mind. Now, another thing, even though your product will help your prospect, you need to realize this. Your prospect don't see your selling of products as you giving. They see it as you taking. Your clients do not see your selling of products or opportunity. Please, when I mean sell, I don't mean hawking. I'm not saying carry certificate and stand on the street, so that you don't confuse what I'm saying. I'm saying the very fact that you're talking about your product and you're telling them to buy, they don't see it as you giving to them. They see it as you taking from them, even though your product will help them. Now, how do you want them to make the shift from saying that you want to take from them to the shift that you are actually giving to them? It is by giving them free content, free valuable information, free valuable whatever over time. And these are some of the examples that I have put up so you have a visual understanding of what I'm talking. There are some of on my past posts on Facebook, which can be adapted for WhatsApp. These are just examples. You see this is an inspiring quote right now. Some of them are funny, some of them are here I said, even if you are heartbroken, at least don't be broke. Avoid double suffering. Now, this is a mixture of an inspiring post with a joke. This is a mixture of entertainment with inspiration. The second one says, how you react to your mountains will decide if they will become obstacles or stepping stones. Somebody's going to see this and it's going to be like, wow. In other words, when problems happen to you, how do you respond to them? Now, when somebody reads this from me, They will be like, maybe somebody just even saw this, or maybe somebody shared it or something. When they read this, they want to come and check out the guy that wrote this stuff. That's how people start gravitating towards you. When you become a person of value, people get attracted. You want to attract people. You don't want to run after people. And the only way you can attract people is to use baits, to use valuable free material that can attract them to you, so that when you eventually ask them to buy your paid offer, they will buy. The other ones I said, today's pains could become tomorrow's $1 million stories. Somebody is going to read this, and maybe the person is going through a tough, painful moment in their life at that point in time. And then they see this, and they'll be like, I'm crafting my story. This encourages them in that time when they are in pain. So when you write this, for example, you don't know who in your audience is going through a tough time. When they see something like this from you, it encourages them. Then they will remember that, oh, it was this person. When they see you, they want to get close to you. Because like I said, it is you they will buy first before they buy your offer. Now let's go on. Examples of educative posts that teach something about life, success, business. The first one I wrote here was, sometimes you don't need to explain yourself. They don't know where you're coming from. That's where Benjamin Mind comes in. Now this basically is saying that sometimes some people don't understand where you're coming from. They don't understand the problem you're going through. Maybe they ask you to do something you say you're not doing. You turn them down, and then they start maybe complaining or something. What I'm basically saying here is that don't give a hoot. Just move on. They don't know where you're coming from. The second one says, when selling, always think like a buyer, which is a statement I already used today. It's not about you, it's about them. Now, third one says, when you judge a person, take into account both his bad and his good. What I'm essentially saying there is that when you are making judgment about people's personality, maybe they've done something terrible, don't forget their good deeds. Don't forget the times when they were nice. Don't forget the times when everybody was hailing them. Because that's what most people do. They forget the good that these people have done, and then they magnify the bad. So now people read things like this from me, or they read it from you. Over time, they are becoming better. You are adding value to. Are you giving them money? No. Have you given them free book? No. But you are giving them. The funny thing is, maybe this thing you probably even just found it online somewhere, decided to post it. But it is making your audience to get attracted to you. So they'll be saying, oh, okay, that longevity must make sense. If this person has been making sense over time, I think that's longevity that we're talking about. I think I'm going to go and buy it. Now, let's go on. The third example, I'm going to jump this one because they are long. We don't have time for that. But this was something funny I wrote about people who think that that are praying that God should bless them with money, or that God should, all these kind of funny prayers that we sometimes pray in some churches. I wrote this post to debunk that. Then this other one I wrote was how to make money. This was a post I wrote on the first day of the new month. I think it was June or May. I can't remember. Just to help my audience get in the right mindset. Now let's go on. I'll still say a couple of things later. Okay, now the third one. These are wow. Sorry, something. Okay, yeah. This is a joke. These are jokes, basically. I'm not saying you should crack these exact kind of jokes, but what I'm saying is I'm just showing you examples. The first one I've used it before. The second one, I am married to Jesus, Satan leave me alone. And I said, will men sing this song too? Because I know a couple of ladies sing it sometimes. So I'm like, so will the man also say this? Maybe the man is probably not married yet, or one guy, ladies on his neck, and it probably, will he say, I am married to Jesus, Satan leave me alone? So that was the idea of that. Then the last one was, you are acting like you don't want to talk to her, but your mind keeps going to her every 5 minutes. This basically is a joke for people who are in a relationship. Maybe they're having a bad time with their spouses, and they are forming Don King, like, I'm not going to talk to this person. But at the end of the day, your mind is always going there. So these are just, this shows that you are aware of your environment. So you can craft things. Please, let me pause at this point. If you think you are understanding what I'm saying, if you think I'm making sense to you, please kindly, let's just pause. Let's pause for a bit. Kindly reply in the comment section. So I know I'm not just talking to myself, or what I'm talking about is completely over the bar, or somebody can make sense of it. Please, I need as many feedbacks as I can get. We'll soon close this meeting. Let me see. All right. Okay. Good. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the feedback. Okay. Let's go on. All right. Good. So let's go on. All right, so you know, I said your content should be something that educates, that entertains, or that inspires. Now I've shown you examples already. These are some other examples. Now those are very hilarious. The first one was I imagine somebody saying something to me like, "If this Indomie is not sweet, you will recook it." And me, I was like, "Oh, recook cooked Indomie." And you see my picture, the picture, funny picture I used there. The second one was this actually happened in real life. I ate the bread. I finished eating the bread the previous night. I forgot that I had finished eating the bread. Then the next morning, I actually went to the kitchen. I fried egg, and then I started looking for the bread, only for me to remember later that I had actually eaten the bread. So I thought, oh, this could be a post. I could make, you know, my audience laugh today. So I decided to do it as a post. So I took a picture of the egg. Now, if you've been following, you can see somebody who probably just joined this meeting and will be like, what's the relationship between this and selling longevity? You are making your audience to love you better so that you can collect their money later. So then the third one was where I said when actors you love play wicked roles. That this actually happened. And if you notice one thing here also, I'm sharing my life with my prospects. I am being vulnerable to them. I am opening myself up to them. I'm not just talking about one thing. Maybe maybe something happened on the road that I could use as a post. I take it, find a way I can write it as a post that is relatable, and I share with them. So you want to be, the whole point of this is you are branding yourself. You want them to, you want to become that attractive figure that can say, everybody go this direction, and they will follow. But it takes time to get there, and these are some of the ways in which you can do that. You don't want to be too locked up. Your prospect want to see that you are a human being, and they also want to feel, they also want you to make them feel like a human being. And that's what we're doing here. Let's go on. Now, okay, from everything I've just shown you a couple of examples. Now, just an idea of how do you structure the things that you'll be posting. Because now somebody may be thinking, oh, okay, now all this after, so I'll start creating jokes. I'll start writing educated posts. I'll start doing entertaining and all those things. How does this have anything to do with longevity? When will I even eventually have the space to even tell them about Max or about longevity? This is why this screen is on. Now, number 2 is you want to have a predictable, consistent posting schedule. You need to have a schedule that you're working with. I have a weekly schedule now. That dictates what I post on different days. I have it's like a routine. You get. So first thing you need to do is you need to select days of the week that you are going to be sharing with your audience. You need to select days of the week. Usually I use Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. That's because this is direct inbox message. So select days of the week that you'll be sending posts. Now for WhatsApp direct messages, ladies and gentlemen, I can prostrate for you at this point. Do not send more than 3 per week. Under no circumstances, do not allow the devil tempt you to send more than 3 direct inbox messages to your prospects. But for your WhatsApp status, for those of us who know what WhatsApp status is and we use WhatsApp status, you can post. The good thing about WhatsApp status, you can put several posts up all day of the week. Nobody will stop you. Just make sure that they are not too repetitive, and I feel that 2 small posts on your WhatsApp status per day makes more sense than having 14 posts that has no direction or that is conflicting. So that's that. So for direct inbox message, which you were doing your broadcast before, now you're going to be doing it with Business Sender 3 times per week. For WhatsApp status 7 times per week. Let's move on quickly. Okay, now for WhatsApp, for your direct inbox messages you want to be sending via direct inbox, you can use these ideas if you want. You can use these ideas if you want. This is what I post. Like I said, I'm going to make a PDF version of this material available to all Max Associates, so you can kind of go over it later again. So this is kind of my own schedule. For direct inbox, I use either Monday. If it's Monday, I'm posting inspirational stuff. If it is Tuesday, it's an educative post. Maybe something I found online on maybe Robert Kiyosaki page or whichever of these people that I follow online. So these are some of the things I do. Then Wednesdays is lifestyle. Basically, most Wednesdays is Max-based posts, but from the lifestyle perspective, maybe somebody just ranked, maybe somebody just bought a new car, maybe like this cruise that ladies went for now. Usually I do things like this on, if it's on Facebook, I do it on Friday, but usually here Wednesdays. Now, if I am not doing any accomplishments, lifestyle celebration posts, I will do a teaching post, but it will be something in network marketing. Now, don't get me wrong, I am not saying you should start doing this now, but I'll tell you, you see that little knowledge that you think is little, when you share it with your audience, especially your business prospects, over time, you learn one small thing today, you share with them next week. You learn one small thing today, you share with them next week. It could be a single line, it could be a single sentence. Maybe you went for a max meeting, they taught you something about network marketing. You share it with them. Do you know what happens in the mind of your prospect? Over time, they keep seeing that, man, first, this person is serious about what he's doing. Secondly, this person is learning. And thirdly, this person is gradually becoming an expert. What you want people to see you as an authority, as a fun-loving, attractive expert. That's the destination. Somebody that can open his mouth and say, buy Sergevity, and they will buy. Why? They don't have reason to doubt you again, because they've seen things that you have shared with them over time, and it has added value to their life. Then Saturdays usually is for jokes, basically. This is, I do for direct inbox, it's occasional. I don't do it every time. I used to do it before. Kind of later, kind of just then I felt I should just release like two per week, but 3, like since your schedule is 3, jokes can come in occasionally. For Sundays, I do product testimonial stories. All these testimonials that people share, on our group, the videos. Sunday, and the reason I chose Sunday is because what do we go and do on Sunday church? We're going to thank God, we're going to praise God, and at the end of the day, we post, there's testimony time now. So I decided to connect that psychology with Sunday. So Sunday is purely, most of the time, and my uplines, my people on my group can attest to this, we do basically testimonial post on Sunday. So now, this is for example, but you only have 3 slots in per week. What can you do? You can take Mondays for your inspiration, or the Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday, your normal lifestyle post, Saturday, sometimes you can do jokes. So what I'm basically saying here, you only have 3 slots. How you mix them up, or how you choose, that's up to you. That's up to you. So let's go on for that. All right. Now, if you have not been using your WhatsApp status, this is something I want to talk about. If you've not been using your WhatsApp status, it's like somebody gave you a free billboard, you threw it into the bush. Now, if you must know, billboards cost an insane amount of money to advertise on, but WhatsApp has given you a free billboard that you are not using. If you've not been using your WhatsApp status, my people, you have been leaving money on the table. Now, if you have no idea what a WhatsApp status is, just go to YouTube, Google WhatsApp, so go and check how. I even put a screenshot here already. This is what your WhatsApp is. In your WhatsApp app. This is the second division of your WhatsApp app. People, especially when you cannot put, you have so many things to say, but you don't have the slots to say them any longer. You can put them in WhatsApp status. Okay, I'm doing 3 posts per week, direct inbox. WhatsApp status, I do every day. Sometimes things are coming to my head every time, and I'm sharing them as they are coming. Nobody will stop me. Now, the beautiful thing about the WhatsApp status, the beautiful thing, because it is not direct inbox messages, it is less intrusive, and you have more freedom. Now, WhatsApp allows you to do attraction marketing. You are not sending any message. You are not going to go and ask anybody inbox. You have put a billboard there, and they are seeing it, and they will come to you by themselves. So while you're doing your phone calls, while you're doing your direct inbox messages with Business Sender, also be using your WhatsApp status a lot. You will get a lot of sales. You will get a lot of people reaching out to you, because the beautiful thing here, which one feels better? Which one feels better? That you go and tell somebody about something, or that the person comes to you because they've been seeing you talk about it? Which one is better? Option 1 or 2? Let me get a feel of what the house thinks. Which one is better? That you go and tell somebody about something, and you have to follow up and attend, or that somebody comes to you? Which one would you like? Which one would you like? Option 2, obviously. And that's what your WhatsApp status allows you to do. Put it on the billboard there. They see it over time. The credibility keeps building. They see the pictures of the Mark lifestyle, maybe the bash that we had, maybe this event that ladies went for, maybe one that you did yourself, and all that stuff. Eventually, over time, you're not going to guy, I've been seeing your WhatsApp status over time. Oh, come, let's come and talk. And you will feel good because you didn't have to go and ask them. And this is the level that we all eventually in network marketing, if we do our jobs right, will get to. Whichever way you do, whether you do it offline or online. Now, there are some people in our business right now, if they come and handle a meeting, maybe you were able to get some of your uplines to go and do a PO for you somewhere. You cannot compare the conversion rate of the people that will sign up compared to if you did it yourself. That's the level you want to get to. And these are some of the pathways that you will follow in order to get there also. So that's that. Let's go on. Now, so to not be fair for me to tell you, oh, do this, do that, but I don't tell you where you can find some of the things that you can use from. Where can you get some of those posts from that you can then maybe repolish, you can adapt for your own uses. There are a couple of pages that I follow on Facebook where I get. The thing here is this, you are enriching your mind in order to enrich others. That's basically what we are doing. We go and watch those things. We now take a small part of it, we polish it up, we make it look nice, we post it to our audience. Your audience will not bother whether it is your own or whether it was Robert Kiyosaki that first said it first. They are getting it from you. That's what matters. You are the person of value. You are the expert here. Even when you actually go and you actually take that post and then you decide you probably put Robert Kiyosaki, the very fact that you took the initiative to share with your audience and it helped them get better, it still makes them see you as the person of value. So where are some of the places where you can go to get valuable stuff from? These are some of them. Facebook pages of successful people is by far the best place. You can discover more over time. It could be on YouTube, it could be on Instagram, but I put Facebook because that's where most of us usually get familiar with. Robert Kiyosaki is a good example. Robert Kiyosaki is a huge authority when it comes to financial freedom. Not killing yourself with a job. We all know him. I don't need to talk too much about that. Goldcast is another place. Goldcast is one of the most inspiring places on the internet. They take life stories of people. It could be written, but mostly they do videos, and they share it with you. You can see a video someday. I saw one day about the person that founded KFC. I can't remember his name right now. That man, if he was an African or a Nigerian, would have said they have swear for him from his village. I heard Colonel Sanders is his name. Colonel Sanders did not break through in life. I'm not saying everybody. We're not saying everybody should be like this. The lesson in Colonel Sanders' life is that do not quit, do not give up. Colonel Sanders has one of the saddest existences any man can know. But at the age of 70-something, Colonel Sanders still became a millionaire and founded KFC. What was the best thing he could do? Colonel Sanders found out that he could make chicken better than most other people could. So most of us know the story. And he founded KFC. KFC now today is a global brand. Now you take that kind of video, you share it with your audience. What are you essentially telling your audience? You are telling them that it is never too late to start. That's what you're telling them. And over time, when you eventually now bring your longevity or you bring your marks and stuff like that, they will respond better to you because you have helped them in the past. What did you do? Were you the one that designed the video? No. You just took the video from Facebook, you put a little bit of text on it or YouTube, wherever you got it from, and you posted it to them. And then now tomorrow you tell them, won't you want to consider the marks business? I think it can help you, be able to. That's it. Then, of course, Fearless Motivation is another place. Eric Worre, Javier Eka, Fraser Brooks, Chioma Ifeanyi Eze. The people that I highlighted are network marketers. Dan Lok is not, Tony Robbins is not, and the other people, there are a couple of, but you will get value from these people that you can share with your audience. You will enrich your own life and you will be able to enrich others. An empty cup cannot quench thirst. I think that's a punchline, right? I need to write that somewhere. An empty cup cannot quench thirst. If you do not have stuff within you, you cannot overflow to others. So that's that about that. Let's go on. We're getting close to the end already. All right. So now I can imagine some people saying something like this in their minds right now. But that's what this thing you're talking about. It's going to demand more work from me. It's going to demand. Yeah. I would appreciate if that punchline goes to all WhatsApp groups right now. You can tell them, oh, maybe something from the meeting and everything. You can put it there. An empty cup cannot quench that. We're a lot in Max, but we're only 36 people here. Though I know that sometimes, not every time you start something that people see the value immediately. But some of the lessons you've learned today, please, I beg you, one of the ways this can reach other people, if you believe that this is really going to help people, is to take some of these statements and share it with people on the group. We can build up the buzz and all that stuff. I thank you for that. So this will demand more from you. That's the truth. You're going to be making a serious shift in your approach to marketing your business, to marketing your products. But what is my own response to those who are thinking like this? This is my answer to you. Of course, it will demand more from you. Because if you want more for yourself, you have to give more of yourself. If you want more for yourself in life, you have to give more of yourself. If you want more money from people, if you want people to buy into whatever it is you are offering or selling, you've got to go the extra mile, man. You have to give them more value than you are asking them to pay for. You have to go the extra mile. All right, I didn't even check time, sir. Probably we're even closing in on 2 hours already. Okay, yeah, we're getting close to 2 hours. Now, so here is the thing. This is your ultimate challenge. This is the ultimate challenge here. Your ultimate challenge is to become the person of value in the eyes of your prospect. Like I said, this is not going to happen overnight. This is not a magic beans approach. This is not a fly-by-night, like you do it today, tomorrow you are getting results. Your prospects are going to watch you for a while. They're going to see the shifts. Exactly. Thank you, Nkoyo. Extra mile is the word. Go the extra mile for your prospects. Don't just be talking to them about the products and services alone. What you want to do here is to become the person of value in the eyes of your prospect. The moment you achieve the status. See, I have had prospects pray for me before. It's one of the best feelings in this business. You sold products, you made money, but the person still calls you and they are thanking you. Some people wrote on my page some time ago. They were saying something about my customer service. If there's any part I know I've gotten really right in this business, is my customer service approach. I go the extra mile, and so they don't have a problem. Okay, let me say this here, guys. When I sell Cellgevity on Facebook, some of you may have experienced this frequently. I don't. Nobody has ever asked me. Oh no, that's an exaggeration. There have been only about 4 people that have ever asked me to do pay on delivery. These people have never seen my face before. They're not even sure if they're ever going to see me in life. But they see the things I'm doing, on WhatsApp, on Facebook. They message me, we talk, I take them through the process and all that. They send me their money. Only about 4 or 5 people in my entire career in Max have ever asked me to do pay on delivery. If we may talk about this later, I've shared on it regularly on how the best way to properly. Okay, the summary here is this: when you want to sell, this is an extra tip. It's not in the slide. Let me give it to you. If you want to sell Cellgevity, like let's say maybe this to a customer or something, don't try to make the sale immediately. Don't try to sell, like they just message you from Facebook, blah, how much is it, blah, 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 and you say, oh, boom, is this, it's 28,000, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, send. When you do that, the first thing that goes on in the mind of your prospect is, but I'm not seeing this person's face, so this person may be a scammer. How am I sure that if I send this money to this person? Then they start asking for pay on delivery because they have not seen enough value. You have not given them enough compelling reasons for them to send you their money without ever seeing your face. So how do I do it? When you message me from Facebook, for example, what do? I first ask you what you know about Cellgevity. Before I start talking about price, what do you know about Cellgevity? I educate you. You ask questions. I will ask you, have you seen any files? Have you seen any educative material on Cellgevity before? Most people have not. That's your own opportunity to bring value to the table. And I said, okay, I will send you some short videos and some files that can educate you a little bit about longevity so that you can take maximum advantage. That's how I usually put it, of what you are buying, so that you can get full value, or so that you can know what longevity is capable of doing for you. Now, I have not asked for their money yet. I am just basically seeking to educate them. At that point, they'll be like, okay, fine. This person has not even started. He wants me to really understand what I'm about to buy. Then I send it to them. They may not watch the video that day. They may watch it the next day. Then I'll now ask them, when should I follow up? When I send the video, I ask them exactly the same thing we are doing with the call, send video, blah, blah, blah. But now they're messaging you from social media. So this is the approach I take them to. This is what I do when they want to buy products. So after they now watch the video, I allow them ask their questions. I answer them. Because I've been in this for a while, I can pretty much answer 90% of the questions that will come about longevity and all that stuff and everything. When I can't, I tell them to hold on for me a while. I ask my superiors. I go to the WhatsApp group. I get the information. I give them the answers. If I can't do that, I connect them with one of my uplines. Maybe it's a medical issue and they want to talk to a doctor. See, guys, this can take 2 to 3 days sometime. But when we are done, they will send me their money without thinking twice about it. Why? Because I have been giving them valuable content over that period of time to the point that they have come to trust me. This is the summary. Your content will make your audience trust you and not question your judgment. They will never doubt you. And that's what this is all about. So the last thing on this slide I want to say is, make it a conscious habit to always over-deliver on your expectations. I said it earlier that the only reason people buy from you is when they think that the value that you are delivering exceeds the price that they are paying. That's a punchline. You may want to write it down, put it up on the group, put it up on the WhatsApp groups. When we're done here, you can, if you're there, you can share with them right now. If you're on the presenter's page, you can put it there. Let's create some buzz around this. People will only buy when they feel that you are over-delivering. Why do you think iPhone sells so much? iPhone is freaking expensive, for crying out loud. But iPhone is selling because they are attending to a deep human need, and that's the need for prestige. They will add all manner of adjusters and everything to make you feel that you are getting serious value from iPhone. So they will not charge you 400k, and you will rush to the market. You will drop your 400k, and you will carry the iPhone. Tomorrow, you'll be using iPhone to be doing things on Instagram, you're posting everywhere and be making us all over the place. iPhone has made money. Guys, do you know that if you probably think of how much it costs them to make the iPhone from China, it's probably not up a quarter of how much iPhone is charging you. But they have added extras. They have added other things that increases the perceived value. Another thing here, price is arbitrary. And value also is arbitrary. All you need to do is just give your prospect a bigger excuse to collect bigger money from them. That's all. That's what we are doing here. Give them a good excuse to ask for bigger later. I said this some time ago. I should have put it here. A smart marketer gives more than he asks. A smart marketer gives more than he asks, but in the end, please write it down. I'll take it slowly so you can write it down. A smart marketer gives more than he asks, but at the end, he gets more than he asked. A smart marketer gives more than he asks, but in the end, he gets more. Okay, sorry, it should be give. He gets more than he gives. Yeah, sorry, change that last ask to give. A smart marketer gives more than he asks, but in the end, he gets more than he gives. Think about that statement. It looks like an oxymoron, but this is how it is done. All the free ebooks they give you, all the free audio they give you, all the promo, coupon, tickets, meal tickets, all these things that they give you. That's why they are doing it. When they eventually charge you for their high-end offer, and they say maybe it's 1,005, you will pay without even thinking about it. Because over time, they have given you more. So that's it, guys. Let's move away from this. A strong note of caution here also. Okay, I've said this before. I kind of, if you notice, I've even been jumping into future slides without having even got to it. But let me just say this again for emphasis sake. The benefits that come from changing our approach from pitching to value-based marketing. What am I helping you do here? I am asking you to change your approach from pitching only to value-based marketing. The benefits don't come overnight. It will take some time. It will take some time, but it will eventually build a longer lasting relationship and business for you. That's why I use this picture called speed queues. If you want this to happen overnight, your business will die. Why? Because you get frustrated. You'll be like, this is the way this guy talks, no even makes sense. I've done it for like 2 days now. I'm never seeing the result. Yeah, calm down now. Rome was not built in a day. So it's over time. It could be a month. It could be 3 weeks. It could be 3 months. It could be 2 months. Your prospects will be observing you. They'll be looking at the quality of the things you are sharing. And every time, their respect and their love for your person will keep swelling in your mind. I mean, in their mind, rather. And over time, when you eventually ask them to make a paid decision, they will take your offer without thinking about it. So it's not overnight, please. That's that about that. Okay, I needed to say this again. If all you ever do is to keep pitching your product and services, this is like a kind of warning, if I put it that way. So you're like, oh, guy, Gabeg, go one side. Let me keep doing what I'm doing. It's working for me. Continue. But if you keep doing that and you duplicate that with your team without finding ways to add free extra value to your prospects consistently, first, the first thing that will happen to you, you will lose valuable relationships. Because some people will get tired of you and they'll block you on WhatsApp. You won't know. You won't know. Same me that I have like 700 people now that I'm constantly messaging and another. I'm still hoping that some of them eventually one day they will yield. They will block you. You won't know. Because they can't see any value. You've lost that relationship. All the time you spent friending the person, talking over the phone, yeah, blah, 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 everything. Is that a waste? Because the only thing they now started hearing from you after you made the connection was your product and service. The person like, oh, the reason you even connected with me was just to collect my money. Please. That's it. So guys, we've come to the end of the meeting. The summary of this is this. Stop pitching and start engaging. Stop pitching and start engaging. Start treating your prospects as human beings and not commission wallets. Thank you very much for listening. You've been an amazing audience. Thank you. Man, I need water. Choy. All right. Before we go on, I just leave a few minutes for if you have questions. So, of course, you already. If I just gave you business, if you just bought Business Center and you do not know how to properly structure your content, you can see we have run into stress. Now, say everybody is saying thank you, because this is the way it is. I feel that over time, network marketing contains the word marketing, but most of us don't know how to market. And we just, spam, especially when it is online. Take more, not water. Thank you. I'll take more. I've never eaten this now. Probably actually have to. Yeah. As for the purchase, I'm going to give you my number. I'm going to call so if you want to write it down, I'm going to give you my number here. You can reach out to me. I'm also working on creating. Yeah, thank you. I'll take Max ATP. Let's just spend a little bit of time. Don't be in a hurry, like say 10 minutes, 7 minutes to be out of here. I'm going to create a Facebook group for everybody that's going to buy Business Center because I want everyone to be in a place where I can easily give you updates. If you have questions, we need to have a coordinated community. You get so that if anything is coming, I can quickly tell you, oh guys, this is what is happening, blah 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 blah, do this, do that, or maybe somebody has an issue, they need to get it fixed and all that stuff. I would have used a WhatsApp group, but there are several issues with that. First, I don't want unsolicited messages. Secondly, I don't want a situation where people will open the group and then they will see hundreds of messages. I want to be able to monitor what is being dropped, and that's why a Facebook group works best for that. So here's my number. You can take it down, send me a message on WhatsApp later. 0818 0818 207 5639. 0818 207 5639. I'll take that again. 0818 207 5639. So you can reach out to me on that, on how to get business sender. So for the 14 people that that were here, please. Thanks, Judith. Thank you. I appreciate that compliment. Thank you very much. Please, you were here. Those who were here between 7:55 and 8 o'clock. I think I mentioned about 14 names. Please kindly drop your names. I'm giving out 10 free licenses to 10 people out of that 14. It's going to be random. I'm going to make a random selection. So just type, I was here from the beginning. Just type, I was here from the beginning. I was here from the beginning. Just that's what you should type. I was here from the beginning, or I said anyone you want to do, just something that gives me an idea that you actually were here. I will pick out the names and I will call them right away. I know there were 14, so I'm just going to look out for. I'm going to look out for. Now, if you don't get this free offer, don't be. I wish I could give to. Or okay, let me see. Okay, I'm waiting for everybody to finish typing so I will now know. Okay, anybody else? Okay, don't drop your number. I mean, I'll not call you. I will call you. This is where I'm going to call out the names, and you will send me a message on WhatsApp, and then you will get the free software from there. You get the free software, you get the license. Okay, now remember the condition was this: you were here from the beginning. Secondly, you finished the meeting with us, and thirdly, you have a laptop. There's no point me giving you a license when you cannot how would I put it right now? There's no point me giving you a license when you don't have a laptop to use it. So please, you should have a laptop, because that's the only way you can install Business Center and all the rest of them. Now, you may send me a message tonight. I may not respond tonight. I need to go and eat and do all that stuff. But by tomorrow, I will start answering. I will start answering everyone. So, okay, good. So we all got laptops. Okay, so let me start. Now, here is the thing. Please do me a favor. If I call your name and you don't have a laptop, do me a favor. Let me know you don't have a laptop so I can transfer it to somebody else. Please, there's no point. This thing. Now, I hope everybody will say that I have a laptop here. Actually, were also those who were from the beginning of the meeting. Okay, so let me start calling out names. Let me go up a bit. Just a little bit, please. A little minute. You did not mention my name. I was here from the beginning. Oh, really? Okay, no problems. All right. So the first license goes to Solomon Greg Adoro. Please don't type any yai or so that I can see names I'm calling. Don't say thank you. Don't say any of those things. You can talk about it on the group. You can tell people you got it. Yeah, you can do that. But don't type any thank you. Solomon Greg Adoro. You can send me a message. Later. Memsi, wherever you are, you got a free license. Also, Judith was here from. Judith, you're getting a free license also. Mimi Okechi. I think, let me start so that I think I mentioned Memsi, Solomon, Mimi, Judith. Okay, that's 4 people already. Victor makes 5. Hayoto Boy. Sorry, that name may be Modros. So Hayoto Boy, I hope I got it correctly. Yeah, Tantua, my YouTube channel is, I will still drop Hayotobi. Oh, so sorry. I didn't look at it very well. But please, let's stop typing. Let's stop typing for now. Let me call out his names first, and then we can. So Ayotobi, yeah, I just mentioned your name too. Diana, thanks for Diana. The name of my YouTube page, though I'm going to drop the links also, is Better is Possible. Better is Possible. That's the name of my YouTube page. If you go there, you only see there are just 2 videos, and they are business center videos that I put there anyways. So let me scroll up a bit more and get more names. That's 5 people already. We got 5 more to go. Edewo Emaviwe. Edewo Emaviwe. You got also. Then Unbeatable. Remember I said this is random. This is now 6. That's 7 already. Unbeatable. You got a license for yourself also. I said don't type yai, please, so that I can see the names I'm calling. Please don't say thank you or any of those things. This is not the time for that yet. Mimi Okechi. If I've not called your name before, well, I'm calling it now. Okay, yeah, I've called your name. Sylvia James. Sylvia James. Yeah, because I remember I saw your name. Then please don't type again. Let me try to identify something. Even if I make a mistake, I definitely will still rectify a couple of things. We're almost done. I just want to make sure I'm doing something very fair here. Eva, you also got yourself a license. That makes 9 people. Now let me go far up. Wait, this thing keeps having a mind of its own. Assumpta, you also got yourself a license. That's 10. That's 10 people. Okay, so that's 10 already, but I'm going to do something extra. Please don't type again. For now. Let me finish this. Don't say thank you. Don't say any of those things. I'm almost done. Let's just add 3 more names. Let me see. I've mentioned Mimi. I've mentioned Eunice, Solomon, Ayodeji, you got yourself a license. I shouldn't miss your name for any reason. You're one of the most amazing human beings I've met in my life. Ene, you also got yourself a license. Let me see. Okay, looks like that would be, so that's 12 people already. When you send me a message on WhatsApp, please let me know your name, especially the name you used here. Of course, I will remember because some of the names are very classy, if I could put it like that. Now, Robots is the last extra, so I'm giving out 13 licenses. You can do 13 multiplied by 5,000, so you know how much value I've given away for free already. I just put my money. You can say thank you now. You can say everything you want to say. But what I have demonstrated this evening, I have put my money where my mouth is. I just didn't share this with you. I didn't just give you all the theory. Now I have shown that I am also a person of value by giving out something for free. This has cost me a lot. I have about 100 licenses with me right now, and 13 is already gone. That's a good amount of money gone down there already. But I believe that when you have this, and with these strategies that I have shared with you, and you utilize them, I believe you will see, a better conversion in the response of your prospects over time. Of course, this is just one section of some. We will keep learning as days go by. Our leaders will keep teaching us and coaching us, and all that stuff. One of the reasons I had to stop this at 13 is because there are some of our leaders in Max who have touched my life in amazing ways. Some of them just have to get this, like they just have to get the softwares for free if they want it, though. If they want it, there are some people. All that you see me sharing today, though I have also done my own, I've groomed myself a lot over the years, but there are some people like my upline is one of the. It was one of the Professor Abraham Oshinubi. Is even on this training. That's the funny part. And Prof is an extremely busy person. You know, Prof is getting one for free. That's not a question. So, and a couple of other people. So the whole point, I'm giving about 25 licenses away out of 100, 25, 30, and all that, so that people can use it and see the value of it over time. So a couple of things before we leave. Number one, I'm going to upload this video to YouTube. Unfortunately, I forgot to click the record button from the very beginning. That means I'm going to have to do a replay. Prof, I'm saying this here. I really appreciate the fact that you started with us and you finished. You have no idea how much respect I have for you, sir. You're one of the reasons why I've gotten to this point in my life. I am extremely, extremely grateful to you, sir. Thank you very much for everything that you do for our team. We love you and we really appreciate you. Thank you very much. So this video will go on YouTube. I'm going to convert this to a PDF format so that nobody will be able to edit it and now put their name. And then I'll share them on the groups. Now, there's only one thing I want to ask you that you please do. Please go and give a review of this training that we've done tonight on the groups. I don't want to be the one talking about how amazing it was and all that. Some of the punchlines, some of the quotable quotes, if I could put them that way, that you have gotten tonight, please share them with the audience on the group. Let them know what they missed. Talk about Business Sender. Basically, be the ones to let people know. Our business is word of mouth marketing. Word of mouth is more powerful than a billboard. If I come and I keep saying, "Oh, it was amazing," and all that, everybody start looking at me like, "Is this one crazy?" But if you are the one saying, "Man, I was part of that, and this is what I got. This is what I got," people are more likely to believe. Now, for those of us who were doing broadcasts before, and you can see the weakness of broadcast, I want to start thinking of the thousands of other Max associates who are also doing WhatsApp broadcasts, thinking that everybody's seeing their message, and they are pushing out content every week, not knowing that most people are not seeing these things. You can help them, but the only way you can help them is by talking about this training. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for staying with me all through. We spent over 2 hours, but it has been worth it. What else? Okay, yeah, to go on YouTube, I'll create a WhatsApp. I would update, or you can search for, what am I even saying? You can search for Better is Possible on Facebook. There's a Facebook group there already. That's the Facebook group we're going to be using, but I will still update it. You have my number. You can also reach out to me in case there's anything I've missed out. And let's take it off from there, and let's help a lot more people get better resources. Thank you very much for staying through. Have a wonderful night rest. Thank you very much. My number, okay, let me mention it again. It's 0818-207-5639. 0818-207-5639. 0818-207-5639. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much. I might still be online in case maybe some people still want to ask some questions. I don't believe in rushing out of stuff like this. I might still be here till 10:30 in case I'm seeing any questions. So please, let's create buzz on our groups. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. As many, the more people here, the more people, different people are saying, you're like, are you serious? This thing was this serious like this? Like, oh, okay, fine, no problem. What can we do? But if it's only one person that's talking about it on the group, you start wondering, so please. Okay. All right. I also need to say this. If you are a presenter on the presenters group, I would appreciate if you give a review on the presenters group. That's by far the most critical unit of the Max and entire asset network. Many of the people there have groups of their own that they are leading and all that stuff. So if you are here and you're a presenter on the you're on your presenters group, give a review. Let people hear about what we've talked about here tonight, so that you know. Because if we can reach the power brokers, we can reach more people. Because the thing is, it's the training, it's the knowledge that's going to lead to the results. Knowledge that's going to lead to the results. Not just how are people going to get a bronze if they don't know what they should be doing? How are they going to get to silver? Celebrations are good, but they are only dependent on the trainings. Yeah, Judith, I'm listening. You can ask your question. You can ask your question. It's allowed. All right. Thank you. I've started seeing some reviews on the group already. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully we'll see more. Because if we all live here and nobody talks about it on the, usually when we do free conference call trainings, especially when the leaders do free, we always see how everybody goes crazy on the group, like, wow, thank you. Now, don't say because I'm not yet gold, I'm not yet platinum something. The value here is what counts. If you don't talk about it on the group, nobody's going to know what happened. 0818 207 5639. 0818 207 5639. 0818 207 5639. Judith, you said you had a question. I'm still waiting for your question, please. I'm still waiting for your question. Still waiting for your question. All right. Okay. So please, with the same level of passion that you are messaging me, it's the same passion you should go and use to share this on the group. I bought these licenses already. I need to recover the money and all that stuff, and all that. So please. So I think the best way to actually promote this on the group is make mention of follow-up 2.0, so that people don't just wonder, what these things are writing, where are they coming from? Follow-up 2.0, bam, punchline, what he said. Follow-up 2.0. You can use hashtag. Yeah, why didn't I even think of this before? And people have left too. Anyway, for those of us those of us who are still around, when you are putting up the updates and the review on the group, use the hashtag follow-up 2.0. What we said, blah blah blah. You can even put my name there. So people are like, we thought this thing was just a joke, and you know that's how we promote stuff. Okay, so Judith, you are saying, can we still use this information on all our social media pages? Guys, yes. See, value-based marketing cuts across all platforms. It's not limited to just WhatsApp alone. The same principles apply. Give value up front, get the sale later. Give value up front. For Facebook, there's a kind of there are some specific trainings over time that I even have. There are some courses on Facebook marketing that you can buy. I market one that you can buy that will help you understand proper Facebook market. But what we've shared here tonight, is exactly the same principle. It's exactly the same principle. The schedule, the kind of message, the kind of post, everything is there. The other thing you may just need to know about Facebook is, why you should pay attention to others to get attention, why you need to comment on other people's posts, what your profile picture should look like, what your cover photo should look like, what your posting schedule during the day should look like, and all that stuff. So that's just, but generally, yeah. Ayotobi is correct. 0818-207-5639. It's correct. So yes, you can use it on Twitter and on Instagram. Let me also, just because you mentioned Twitter and Instagram, I would advise you to do not be on too many social media platforms. the same time. Do not be on too many social media platforms at the same time. Please, you should take only about one or two, master it over time, then you can scale to other the other social media platforms. You can start with
alone.
you can start with, usually most people will start with Facebook. Most people will start with Facebook and then they will scale up to Instagram and all that over time. So just pick one, master it well, and then scale up from that. So usually, I think the is it 4 or 3 now, social media platforms in Nigeria that, well, Facebook 1, Instagram 2, and then LinkedIn 3. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. So are the 3 major platforms that network marketers use. For those, Twitter, you may want to use, for using Twitter, you may want to be using Twitter to link back to other social media platforms. Twitter, doing network marketing on Twitter is kind of tricky, and then especially for Nigerian Twitter, there's a lot of negativity. Twitter is more known for savagery in Nigeria. It may not be so elsewhere, but in Nigeria, it's more known for savage posts, savage talk, and all those things. So, but of course, if you think you can figure out how to use Twitter to market your business, no problem. But Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and there are specific training courses that can help you make the best of these platforms. I am waiting for somebody to talk about this training tonight on these groups. Alpha Diamonds, nobody has said anything there. I know a couple of people who joined from there this night. I've seen on Alpha Achievers already. I'm very particular about the presenters group. Please, do not keep this to yourself. Do not keep this to yourself. I mean, over the next couple of days, we should be getting more feedbacks from people and all that stuff and everything. Okay? Okay, so of course, everybody's not going to know about this just now. Everybody's not going to know about this right now. Over time, it will be one step at a time, one step at a time. People keep hearing about the training, people keep hearing about Business Center, blah, blah, blah. You tell your friends, oh, this is software I'm now using to do my follow-up. You can refer them to the video, you can give them my number, and all those things. I believe that from this small, because I don't want to promote this too much on the group, because they were not here today, so that it doesn't look like, he's just trying to sell software. But when people watch the trainings, when people hear your review, you are the only ones that can help spread this word. I can't really do it beyond this point right now. I can say a few things later, but it's not good to toot your own horns, rather. So please, I'm appealing to you. Talk about it on the groups. Use the hashtag follow-up 2.0 in bold on the groups. In fact, don't just share one lesson, multiple lessons, or the back-to-back that you wrote. Just put everything up. Another. Okay, so Ayotobi says, so Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. It's only presentation business that is allowed on presenters group. I actually talked about this on the presenters group. Ayodeji, I'm referring to you. I talked about this on the presenters group. It was not something that was limited to. It's something for all Marks associates. Presenters are doing follow-ups now. Are they not doing? They have teams that are doing follow-ups. So this is global. It's not limited to Nigeria. What am I saying? It's not limited to just a few independent groups. It's something everyone that thinks they need this. We talk about a range of issues on the presenters group, apart from presentations. I mean, when issues happen, where do they get traced from? It's the presenters group. When underselling is happening, we talk about it. So this is not out of place. You get? This is not out of place. I'm very particular about that group. Yeah, so Facebook, Instagram, yeah, if you're on the HQ, If you're on the HQ, talk about it on the HQ too. Talk about it on the HQ. And you should be part. If you have Antombu's, contacts, you can message her to be added to the presenters group. You can message her to be added to the presenters group. Wow. Oh, smart. Somebody actually took a screenshot. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Who is this? Okay. Is it Eva? Maybe Evaristo Sumbanusi. Maybe that's the name or something. I can't really remember right now. So, yeah, okay. So, Ayadeji, talk to Anton Bush. We'll add it to the presenters group. Any other questions? On the wire me. I go soon close this thing. 10:30. Gege. Oh, okay. Eva, thanks. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, guys. So let's go to the groups and spread the word. Thank you. I'm counting on you. Counting on you. I'm counting on you. Really count. Share and share and share. You know, if you had like 5 stuff you wrote down, share and share and share. I will make the PDFs available later on the different groups that we are in. And all that. I don't want to talk too much. I believe that results will be the one that will do the talking. When other people say this is what this guy is worth, or this is what he shares is worth, people will come from there instead of me talking about, oh, it was nice, no, everybody believes that whoever is selling something is having sweet mouth. So I don't want to have that. I have a reputation to protect in Marks also. I did this because I feel it will help people. So if Marks Associates are not seeing it, I will just simply open it up to other network marketing companies. Well, there are so many right now. I just need to do a Facebook ad and run it. And then at the end of the day, people will not be able to buy a 5,000 naira again. But I don't want to do that yet. So if you're for us to be able to keep this the way it is for now, it is only if you help me out by helping, by talking about it. Okay. So I will not post the replay on the group till like tomorrow evening. I won't post the replay on the group till like tomorrow evening. I want people to have talked about this well. I want people to have talked about this well before I now post the replay on this. So when people are getting the replay, or you're like, oh, okay, now I need to go. Because if we build the buzz, the curiosity gets to a point that it becomes unbearable, and then I drop the replay links, I drop the PDF, and people are like, poof. Before you know, it's all over the place. So that's the way it is. So please talk about it. You have between now and tomorrow. This is now. This is now that we can. Because I'll tell you, a couple of people in Marks don't know me. The family is so big. This is the only way they can. And it's not about me per se. It's just about, because I'm the one that has this. So if you don't tell them, they won't know. Everybody will be looking at everybody, and everybody will be looking at everybody. So I will wait till like tomorrow evening before I talk about it. All right, so that's it. Oh, okay. All right, so that's it for tonight. Good night. Good night. Good night. When you're posting, please use follow up 2.0, not just 2.0 upgraded. Follow up 2.0 is the way you should write it. Not Mr. Shaya, you're welcome, sir. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, sir. Follow up 2.0. Talk about it on all the platforms that will belong to. That'll be it tonight. I'm signing out. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful night rest. Please let them not hear words on the groups. That's it. Okay. Good night. Till tomorrow.